So it all started back in April of 2022, right here on this very street. A then 21-year-old Corey Quincy was responsible for killing Rhonda. We're not going to put her last name out there at the moment because I can't pronounce it, to be honest with you. But these two were having what we call a binge, I guess you could say. They were going under the influence of a lot of drugs and fighting over that, actually. The court papers indicated the two were fighting over drugs. So this happened here in, like I said, the 5th Ward of Shamokin. Hey, there goes Carson, hanging out with me on a beautiful day. But back to the story now. Corey told police that them two were arguing over drugs, that they became very angry with each other and demanded that he go get more drugs. So she was demanding him to go get more drugs. This happened right here in this house. This house right here. So in the argument, he got mad, punched her, and they got into a big fight and attacked her and eventually stabbing her with a large sword and leaving her in the house for 3 days. He removed her from the hallway, put her in another bedroom, and continued using drugs for 3 days. On April 8th, Corey's father called the Shamokin Police Department to say his son was using drugs and he was worried about the safety of the others at the residence. In the meantime, Rhonda missed a court date and probation was on the lookout for her. When officers arrived to check on Corey, they found that the woman's body was in the bedroom with a blood trail in the hallway, according to the court documents. I mean, can you imagine 3 days with a body in the house? You really have to be on some really hard stuff there. And it was heroin, from what we understand now. It is also stated in the court documents that I have read that he put the sword so hard through her, it went all the way through. She died almost instantly from her wounds. So yes, he was arrested and charged for the crime. Homicide is obviously part of that. I'm not exactly sure of all the charges, but you think that's where the story would end. But oh no, it gets better. Now here's the backyard to the property here. Oh yes, this story gets better. So, December 18th, 2024. While he's in the county lockup awaiting trial, Corey was charged with aggravated assault and simple assault for coming up behind another inmate who was sitting at a table, grabbing the back of his head with one hand and attempting to shove a pencil in his left eye with the other. I'm not sure what the outcome of court for this guy was, but I'm sure once it is said and done, he's guilty. He admitted to it, so I'm sure it's going to be a life sentence, if not a very long time. But how are you learning anything when you're in prison? You're still acting violent. What was the point of trying to take a pencil and, dig somebody's eyeball out? That's pretty disgusting if you ask me. But see, this is another reason why you shouldn't do drugs, because it influences you to do things like this. This is ridiculous. Nobody should have to die with a sword going through them. What are we living in, medieval times again? But yeah, only in Shamokin, Pennsylvania, right? You wouldn't think for such a small city in a coal patch town that it would have such a violent crime like that happen here, but typical of anywhere in the world. You never know. But yeah, it's the end of the 5th Ward here. It goes into a bunch of nothing down this way. But I haven't found out anything about the sentencing. Like I said, look at this cat. He is beauty. That's a classic right there. Yeah, I would love to have that up and running. That'd be really nice. But yeah, here's an old police car. Maybe take that for a spin too. But this building over here, I don't know what this was used for, but it comes with a skylight. It's kind of interesting actually. No roof whatsoever, but typical in most cities that are falling apart. But yeah, back to the story. Sorry I get sidetracked once in a while. But yeah, I imagine, that's not the only crazy crime that happened here in Shamokin, but that's one of the most recent violent crimes. It isn't that violent here. Yes, there's fights, stuff like that, like a typical city, but really, it's not that bad around here. It's old. It's dying out. There's nothing past that down there. Can you imagine having to live here and there's nothing but woods behind you? That'd be pretty cool, actually. But anyways, well, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. I'm going to do some more videos like this in the future, a little more prepared. If you want to see better videos like this, actually, Lamont at Large is a good guy to check out here on YouTube, or Lamont on the Run's the same person. Check out both his channels, like and subscribe to his. He does this phenomenally. He tells these stories. So, thanks for watching. Until next time, rise above, crack on.
Way back before we blew it all. Too many things going on, I can't keep track of them all.